Today on the Topping Show, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate officially charged. Bud Light begs customers to come back. YouTube censoring Robert F. Kennedy. DNC sponsorships open up. Rivian chooses Tesla superchargers to use. Hyundai to bolster their EV investment. Hunter Boot goes bankrupt. Alibaba has a new CEO. And FedEx sales are down 10% last quarter. All that and much more on the Topping Show. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, that's the joke. If you're a IT leader or business owner, need a little assistance with your IT, you can reach the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Other interesting cultural news, you have Bud Light starting to beg customers to come back and kind of admit they messed up by losing about $28 billion in market valuation because of their recent partnership with their brand ambassador on April 1st, which there's a silver lining. It's kind of funny it happened April 1st. They made that business decision, which blew up in their face worse than any business decision I could think of in the past 30 years. Like, I can't think of an example of a more accurate example of destroying your brand and destroying your sales than that. I mean, if you miss your sales by 2 to 3%, some sales reps get scared. But it is millions upon millions of dollars in sales and of course billions in actual valuation. Now, Anheuser-Busch marketing chief executive Marcel Maricondas, he called the boycott over the Bud Light beer a, quote, important wake-up call for brands to be very humble, unquote. So again, it's the most half-assed apology we're going to get at this point. I don't think they're going to go any further than that. He did elaborate, or he rumbled on, some might say, and he said, quote, in times like this, when things get divisive and controversial so easy, I think it's important to wake up. I think it's an important wake-up call to all of us marketers. First of all, to be very humble. And that's what we're doing, being very humble and very reminding ourselves of what we should do best every day, which is to really understand our consumers, which is to really celebrate and appreciate every consumer that loves our products in the way that can make them together, not apart, unquote. And yes, that does sound like a robot, and it's almost like they just wrote into ChatGPT or some robot algorithm AI, half-assed apology, not really admitting guilt. Because again, they're getting boycotted more and more by people on the left because they didn't stand by Bill Mulvaney. And you have people on the right, everyone is annoyed with them and everyone is fervently just confused. You piss off your main customer base. It wasn't a smart idea. And I don't think this apology or this lukewarm acknowledgement of the awkwardness of the situation, it's not really an apology, but in terms of addressing the actual issue, that's probably the closest we're going to get. Is this going to increase their sales? Not at all. Because again, it's not authentic. It's not addressing the problem head on. It's just further abdicating responsibility and sounding more like a robot than I could possibly. I couldn't have written a parody of that more perfectly than exactly what Mr. Marcel said. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Can't thank you enough. I really appreciate you taking the time to like, subscribe, and comment. Each one of those things greatly help out the channel. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your coworkers, tell your friends, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone to stay safe and fight the good fight.